There are many things that happen in life. One of them is at some point in life you'll have to face yourself as a man. Yes, at some point you'll have to face yourself as a man. Many people fall, especially the young men, because of the incapability of facing oneself. Because while people think that it's very easy to face self, people don't know the amount of power that the self has. Most of the time we find ourselves in a position whereby we underestimate ego. We underestimate ego, and underestimating ego is very dangerous because ego is as strong as a self. Ego is the representative of self, meaning it is the duty of the ego to control the future of self. It's the duty of ego to ensure that self is always safe. Therefore, ego is mandated with so much power that unless you look at it with keen concentration, you're going to find yourself suffering as a man. And when you look around and people ask you, what are you suffering from? You don't know. But deep down you know you're suffering because you cannot allow yourself to move. Allow yourself to be willing to become. Remember, it's all in the will. It's all in the will. It's all in going into the unknown. It's all into attempting something that might take you out if you don't attempt it correctly. Many men fall because they are afraid of themselves. Many men fall because they are afraid of facing themselves. Many people die because they are afraid of facing themselves. Look at your life. Look at the choices you have made. Look at your environment. Look at your people. Look at your community. Look at how you have crafted your life so that your life is turning out to be something. Look at your effectiveness as a man. Today we are living in a society where our parents equate parenting to paying staff. They don't know their children. They don't know how their children think. They don't know what their children are feeling. They don't know if their children have a problem. They're just paying fee in school. They don't even care whether their child wants to do that course or not. They're just pushing their children to have a job. They don't even understand whether that child wants a job or he wants a business. It's about, this is how I did it, this is how you should do it. And so they've raised children that cannot look at themselves in the mirror and say, this is who I want to become. All they've raised is weak men. Men who worship women. Men who worship sex. Men who are going to betray you for something as simple and as banal as money. We are raising a society whereby unless it's paying how much they want to do it. Why? Because they equate everything about life to money. Life is more than money. Life is more about conquering yourself, especially if you are a man. Life is about controlling the animal in you. Remember, there is animal, the beast, as a man. And then there is animal, the man himself. And it's the work of the self to control the self. The work of the animal to control the animal. The work of the beast to control the beast. The work of the man to control the man. Today is a society whereby we have men who can control men. Men who cannot control men. Men who cannot control themselves. We're living in a society that is fighting. A society whereby we are falling because we don't know ourselves. When was the last time you sat down and asked yourself questions that you'd love to know about yourself? And did you ask them and failed to find the answer? And sometimes asking question is not about sitting down and asking yourself, how do you want to get this? Sometimes it's finishing what you started. Do you have the willpower to finish everything you started doing when you started doing it, how you started doing it, so that you can get the results you wanted? Before the house is built, there is a plan. And in the end of the building, the house looks like the plan. And if that can be done, then there is a possibility, if you plan your life, it's going to be exactly as you planned. And planning is not sitting down and imagining. Sometimes planning takes asking questions and attempting things and attempting drawings until something comes up, and now you say, now, this is what I want to make of it. The weakness of men today is men are incapable of facing themselves. The question is, when will they? And as long as a man doesn't have the willpower to face themselves, they will never ever succeed. Success is about will. Will is about work. Work is about action. Action is about drive. Drive is about will. Will is about conquering the man into the unknown. My name is Awana, Owino, Thuon, Otenga, and welcome to A Man and Himself. See you in the next video.